Meghan Markle's son used to be adorable. This is him at 3. Brooke Hogan, Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan's name will be invoked while discussing professional wrestling. Brooke Hogan is the daughter of professional wrestler icon Hulk Hogan. Brooke appeared in the reality television program Hogan Knows Best for those who are unfamiliar with her. She also had a few albums issued on her own. Hulk Hogan, on the other hand, used to be part of the professional wrestling scene as a member of the WWF, now WWE, roster. During his peak, Hogan also performed in a few wrestling organizations, and his profession caused his credit score to skyrocket. According to an ancient proverb, a clever goose never lays a tame egg. Brooke Hogan, Hulk Hogan's daughter, follows in her father's footsteps. Now, the girl who's comfortable in front of the camera has become a reality show star and is also actively involved in the music industry, where she's gained some success. Lily Rose Depp, Johnny Depp. Vanessa Paradis, a French actress and model, has been the face of Chanel since 1991. But when people hear her name, they immediately think of her questionable connection with Edward Scissorhands star Johnny Depp. Vanessa Paradis spent years with Johnny Depp, the most renowned pirate in the entertainment world. Despite the fact that they never married, they had 2 beautiful children who turned out to be the attention seekers that they are now. One of these 2 children is the lovely Lily Rose Depp. She debuted in the entertainment industry in 2014 with a tiny part in the film Tusk. She went on to star in The Dancer and A Faithful Man, for which she won 2 Caesar Awards for Most Promising Actress. She has a lot of potential, and we're certain that if things continue as they are now, she'll never have to worry about using her credit cards. Prince Michael Blanket Jackson and Michael Jackson. Fans of the King of Pop have almost certainly heard the moniker Prince Michael Blanket Jackson. Yes, he is the late Michael Jackson's son, born in February 2002. Even to this day, his father's life is riddled with mystery. Consider Blanket Jackson's case. Blanket's original mother is still unknown to the public, and only persons close to the family are likely to know the whole tale. He now likes to be called Biggie, since the moniker Blanket caused him to experience certain negative consequences. He enjoys martial arts and has just become a YouTuber. His video output mostly consists of him discussing movies. Furthermore, he recently made news after investing heavily in a multi-million-dollar mansion in the Los Angeles region. Cleo Rose Elliot, Sam Elliott, and Catherine Ross. Cleo Rose Elliott is the only child of Sam Elliott and Catherine Ross. The irony is that her parents had one of the loveliest love stories that most people only witness in movies. Her parents first saw one another in 1969 in the film Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. However, the 2 waited a few years before starting dating, decades later. Finally, in 1984, the couple exchanged vows and married. Instead of following in her parents' footsteps into show business like other celebrities' kids, she's begun releasing CDs with a love for music, much to her parents' satisfaction. She's currently pursuing a career as a musician, and we're certain that loans and other debts will not be a problem for her. Zahara Marley JoliePitt, Brad Pitt. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt married in a private chapel in France in 2014. They only invited close friends and family, and their 6 children were there to witness the occasion. Zahara Marley JoliePitt is the second child of ex-Hollywood power couple Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. As the pair is an outspoken supporter of adoption, it's nothing unusual for adopted children to join their family. And Zahara is one of them, whom they adopted from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Their adoption was finalized in 2005 by their attorneys. Years later, her parents divorced, and as ugly as it was to witness the parents legally struggle for custody of their children, the whole JoliePitt sibling stuck close together. In 2017, further information concerning Zahara's biological mother surfaced. People are wondering if she'll face another lawsuit for custody. Simone Alexandra Johnson, Dwayne Johnson. Without a question, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is one of the hottest superstars in Hollywood right now, owing to his great films and most likely his background. For those who are unaware, wrestling superstar Rock Johnson has progressively garnered an international reputation since his debut bout. His victories in multiple battles propelled him to the top of the world's wrestlers. In addition, Johnson debuted his own acting career in 2001's The Mummy Returns as Scorpion King, a supernatural evil villain. This time his daughter, Simone Alexandra Johnson, is preparing to enter the WWE ring. With this move, they'll complete their family's 4 generations of wrestling superstars. The job she's going to start is difficult, and she's previously arranged for credit cards so she can purchase whatever she needs during her training days. Isabella Cruz, Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise. Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise were a Hollywood power couple until they hired a lawyer to handle their divorce paperwork in 2001. They did, however, decide to adopt 2 children throughout their decade-long partnership. One of them is the lovely Isabella Jane Cruz. She's matured into a lovely young woman. She also understands business and has developed a handful of financial projects in the fashion sector, especially her BKC t-shirt lines. When it comes to properly steering her company enterprise in the correct way, she's certainly ahead of her time. Nicole Kidman, the future Oscar winner, was born in Honolulu, Hawaii in 1967, when her Australian parents were studying in the United States. Nicole Kidman enjoyed and excelled in ballet from a young age, 3. At the same time, Nicole Kidman was inspired by Margaret Hamilton's portrayal as the Witch of the West in The Wizard of Oz to pursue a career as an actor. Bryce Dallas Howard, Ron Howard. Bryce Dallas Howard inherited her ability from her father, the award-winning actor and director Ron Howard. Don't let that mislead you. The younger Howard can handle herself in front of her father's accomplishments without relying on Ron Howard's influence. She worked in Broadway stages as an actor throughout her student years at New York University's Tisch School of the Arts. She dropped out of school and worked as a theater actor until she was found by M. Night Shyamalan, who cast her in his 2004 film The Village. Her subsequent run of success propelled her up the Hollywood ladder. Howard has also been working on her directing skills. In 2019, she had a documentary film titled Dad that she directed herself. Frida Desi, Bridget Nielsen. Bridget Nielsen is a Danish actress and model who rose to prominence in the entertainment industry with her outstanding performances and attractive looks. She appeared in a few films with Sylvester Stallone in the 1980s, including Rocky IV. She also appeared in Beverly Hills Cop 2. She stunned the entertainment world when she revealed she was expecting a kid at the age of 54. Despite some criticism that she shouldn't have gotten pregnant at this age, she feels that age shouldn't be a barrier to living. Everyone's life is their own, so don't waste time trying to be someone else. Simply be yourself, she stated. The good news is that she ultimately had her first baby girl, who she named Frida. You can bet she'll go to any length to save her little princess from declaring bankruptcy. Sydney Brooke Simpson, O.J. Simpson. Sydney Brooke Simpson is the oldest daughter of the late German-American model Nicole Brown Simpson and controversial American football running back O.J. Simpson. She has now reached adulthood and has achieved success in the real estate industry. Despite concerns surrounding her father's personal life and despite growing up in the spotlight, she and her brother have maintained a low profile even to this day. She felt pained for an extended amount of time. She was dealing with her mother's loss and her father's trial at the time, and she used the pseudonym to keep herself out of the media and public eye. Even at work, she tried to be as unobtrusive as possible. Aside from her real estate company, she now works alongside her brother to manage their restaurant in the center of Los Angeles. Dylan Francis Penn, Sean Penn. As everyone knows, Sean Penn has won 2 Academy Awards, and Robin Wright portrayed Jenny in Forrest Gump. They tied the knot in 1996. They divorced in 2010 after 14 years of marriage. Dylan Francis Penn is the daughter of Robin Wright and Sean Penn. Having a pair of attractive parents who are now divorced may not have been ideal for her at first, but she's persevered and shifted her attention to creating her own profession. As many have guessed, she sought a career in the fashion world via modeling. Premier Model Management, known for developing many exceptional models, has inked a contract with her and feels that her future in front of the camera is certain. However, she has lately changed her focus to acting and has begun to make a nice living from her investment in it. Sophia Richie, Lionel Richie. Sophia Richie, the daughter of world-renowned iconic singer and musician Lionel Richie, has recently made headlines in social media, particularly after Kourtney Kardashian's ex-husband Scott Disick began seeing her. Of course, previous to the revelation, she was already recognized as Lionel Richie's daughter, and the cameras were trained on her to see whether she would soon follow in her father's footsteps. Sophia seems to have her father's skills, despite being entrenched in the profession of modeling. However, modeling has become more important to her. People are certain of one thing: she's been taught the importance of excellent financial planning. She's previously partnered with several fashion design businesses, and she said that her ultimate goal was to launch a fashion brand and cosmetics company. Mick Jagger, Georgia May Jagger. Georgia May Jagger, the Rolling Stones frontman Mick Jagger's daughter, with supermodel Jerry Hall, has made a name for herself in the modeling industry. Georgia May Jagger started the fashion business at the age of 16, following in the footsteps of her mother and sister Lizzie Jagger. Georgia May Jagger, who inherited her mother's beautiful beauty and model characteristics, is poised to advance in the profession, but not without a lot of hard work. She immediately created her own particular style, thanks to her illustriously thick lips, golden hair with big curves, and excellent gap-toothed appearance. According to social media and fashion news, Georgia is definitely one of the most sought-after models of her age today, and there's simply so much for her to do in the area. Without a doubt, with her parents' guidance, there's so much she can achieve and so far she can go. Halle Berry, Nala Ariella Aubrey. Halle Berry began her career as a fashion model and discovered her talent by competing in several pageants. She then went into acting. Berry received the 74th Academy Award for this picture in 2002, indicating that her professional path was effectively altered. She has a gorgeous daughter, Nala Ariella Aubrey, with her model ex-husband, Gabriel Aubrey. They were formerly the pair that liked to keep things quiet before their exciting 2010 divorce case with only the finest team of attorneys. It went cold sometime along the way, and both had to battle for custody of this ex-couple's adorable little Nala at the time. But they were able to reach an understanding due to their strong feelings for her. Now that she's ready to face the world, Nala Ariella Aubrey may be seen in public with her mother, appearing joyful and safe. Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor, Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle's baby was once the pinnacle of cuteness, captivating hearts with his lovely grin and innocent charm. At the tender age of 3, he had an unmistakable cuteness that had everyone swooning. Those days of chubby cheeks and smiles seem a distant memory today, as he's matured and evolved into his own little personality. Time is gone, and he's begun the road of maturation, leaving behind the toddler years of limitless wonder and innocence. Despite the passage of time, recollections of his endearing antics at the age of 3 continue to bring a smile to those who are lucky enough to witness his wonderful moments. Riley Curry, Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry is one of the league's top current point guards. He's been a member of the Golden State Warriors since joining the NBA via the draft in 2009. Aisha Disa Curry, a cookery television star, is Steph Curry's wife. They're the parents of 3 children. Riley is the most well-liked of the 3 children. In 2015, she became an immediate hit. When her father was speaking at a news conference, she stole the spotlight. This lovely girl has since become an online star. Riley has already dominated a few catwalk events. Her debut performance was for a children's fashion business in 2015. She may select which of her parents' extraordinary abilities and talents to grow and mimic as her own. Or everyone can simply wait and watch what this gorgeous sweetheart turns out to be in the near future. She's certainly debt-free because of the investments she's made. Renee Charles Angelil, Celine Dion. Celine Dion, one of the most popular female singers of the Grammy Honors, has received a slew of honors and established a record of 130 million sales globally, making her one of the world's best-selling female musicians. Renee Charles is the oldest son of Celine Dion and the late Renee Angelil. Despite the fact that patriarch Renee is no longer alive, having died in 2016, the family remains cohesive and powerful. Furthermore, they remain together and grow more supportive of one another. Like Celine Dion with Renee Charles' quest in the music business via his online channel on SoundCloud. His parents' assets have already ensured their future, so what matters now is that they follow their love, even if the profits will come later. Renee Charles has a lot of potential and will undoubtedly make his impact in the music world on his own. Lorraine Nicholson, Jack Nicholson. Lorraine Nicholson is the daughter of Jack Nicholson and Rebecca Broussard, who opted to follow in her parents' footsteps in Hollywood. She's no stranger to the entertainment scene, having attended award shows with her parents as a youngster. So it stands to reason that she'll do the same when she gets older. True, she made her film debut in 2003 with the film Something's Gotta Give. In 2011, she had a breakthrough part in Soul Surfer, and she finally established her own identity in the business, one that was recognized for her performance rather than her parents. Then in 2013, she began creating music videos for singers and dabbled in film directing. At the Tribeca Film Festival in 2017, her film Lifeboat, which was praised as full of tension and attraction, won her renown. The media dubbed her Hollywood's next pioneer film producer. Ava Philip, Ryan Philip. Reese Witherspoon met Ryan Philip during her birthday party when she was 21. They then fell in love at first sight and married in a simple ceremony on a plantation. Ava Philip is their lovely daughter. Being the daughter of similarly well-known Hollywood parents made her life painfully public, with photographers following her wherever she went. While many people are thrilled for the ex-couple's children to enter the Hollywood limelight, Ava, their daughter, is completing her undergraduate degree at UC Berkeley. She's a talented artist with a lot of promise. Her hobbies include clay modeling, painting, and photography. She often shares her own doodles and pictures on social media. There's no telling whether she'll ever pursue an acting profession, but she was reared intellectually by her parents, despite everything they had to go through as a family. Chelsea Belle Odonnell, Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie O'Donnell is a well-known American talk show personality known as the Queen of Nice. As a prominent person, she can always express her actual feelings in her heart, no matter how touchy the topic. Rosie O'Donnell and Kelly Carpenter had 4 children together during their marriage. One of their 4 daughters is Chelsea Belle O'Donnell, who, by the way, is now a mother herself. Given the negative tales about mother-daughter relationships that have previously dominated the entertainment news, it's wonderful to hear some positive news about them today. Surely, Chelsea's need for her mother was made clear by a shift in status. Since then, they've been the closest they've ever been, and that type of bond is worth more than any investment money. Bria Murphy, Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy is a comedian who made his television debut on a talk show. He demonstrated his ability to host the television show Saturday Night Live with elegance. As an exceptional comic, the majority of his films are quite successful, and the characters he performed are amazing. Bria Murphy is the renowned Eddie Murphy's daughter, and she seems to be shaking the film world with her abilities. She must have been thoroughly informed by her father on the ways of Hollywood, as she seems to be breezing her way through. Bria is determined not to use her father's name in her professional life, and thus far it's served her well. It's possible to say this not because of her father, but because her co-workers strongly support her and have praised her work ethic. Whatever success she achieves in Hollywood, most of the credit should go to her hard work. Louis Bardot, Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock is a world-class actress who can thoroughly investigate the psyche of each role and get as near to the prototype as possible when playing. The film The Blind Side catapulted Bullock's career to new heights. Sandra Bullock, a well-known star, is also recognized for her advocacy for adoption. In fact, despite her recent divorce from ex-husband Jesse James, she was able to get her adored son, Louis Bardot, through the procedure. She was able to get custody and adoption of Louis with the assistance of skilled attorneys. Louis, Bullock's adoptive kid, is treated as her own. In an interview, she said that her children should not be referred to as adopted children. People believe that whatever Louis Bardot wants to be one day, he's not only prepared for it, but will excel at it in order to repay his mother for her love for him. Lou Salola Samuel, Heidi Clum. Numerous affluent men and celebrities fell in love with Heidi Klum. 1.76 meters tall, her hazel eyes and blonde hair. After winning the Model 92 title in 1992, Heidi Klum promptly secured a contract with Metropolitan Models and began walking the runways in Paris, Milan, and New York. She has since obtained contracts from major fashion brands and has become one of the most well-known supermodels today. Seal, a musician, and supermodel Heidi Klum welcomed a daughter called Lou Salula Samuel. Despite the couple's turbulent divorce, Lou grew up to be a charming kid. You may feel compelled to keep up with her mother Heidi, who's very accomplished, not just in modeling, but also in fashion design and business. But since no mother would ever put such pressure on her kid, she will undoubtedly have her mother's complete support when she's old enough to determine what she wants to do and be.